best budget filmmaking kit. I hate wireless audio. So what I do is I use these, and in this budget kit I have an alternative. This equipment will be able to get you to film a film that gets on Netflix. Tascam DR10L is a tiny recorder like this one, which has a microphone. It's just like any wireless lav system that you would have, but it's not wireless, so you won't be able to get the signal into your camera without a wireless signal. I'm totally fine with having it not, listening in on everything. If you're not a big fan of that, then you need to find a wireless solution as an alternative for that. What camera did I pick? Dun dun dun. Of course, it is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. This one I dropped when I was bicycling and it broke the whole thing. I would expect that you can get it below like $400 for just a case of people being too hyped about there being a new camera, just throwing this away. This one I broke when I was playing with a laser. This one is actually totally fine, I still use it. You just pop on. This is totally fine for me. I think this is like a nice setup here. And without the cage it's also fine. You do get a bit of micro shakes, so I want to add a stabilizer. This is the Skyler Minicam, that's a little bit more expensive. So the one that I picked out for this budget filmmaking kit is the Yelango S60T. And that one goes for $90. This little Steadicam has been used for big ass explosion scenes. A whole series that I shot for TV was shot with this kit.
Jag heter Nathalie, men alla kallar mig för Nattis. Och det här, det handlar om mig.
And all of this is based on you buying it used. For the camera you need memory cards. I chose 2 of them. One of the biggest pain in the ass. Lack of battery. I bought 20 of them. 4 batteries. Having this and having a mic separate will give you like an advantage of being close to the subject, and you can move around and pick your shots and get all that smooth footage of the people, and like switching angles, all that, capturing everything more efficient, which I think is important. I used this one for the Pearl of Africa when I shot that one a lot, like the Steadicam thing, and then I had wireless mics, and just like a story of how wireless miking can be. One of the mics of Cleo and Nelson during the whole scene when they're on the mountain walking up, it's this probably the nicest scene in the whole movie. One of the mics doesn't work at all. At all. That whole scene is just screwed up, one of the mics.
How do you feel?
Top of the world where I'm at.
You can actually pick up a little bit of audio in this one as well, and then just EQ it to like get the hits of things, so like get things in sync, so you have a feeling of it being in sync. But what I would do when I shoot like this is to sound design a lot. So I would use this as a base, people talking, get good crisp audio of that. I would add atmospheres and all that, which is included in like Final Cut, for instance. There's tons of free libraries as well, so I would start using that. Downloading atmospheres, putting that in, and doing that whole editing process as an exercise also to use sound in a more like deliberate way. Okay, hopefully in focus. Recording birds. to add on that, I would also buy a Zoom H1 handy recorder, $50, to record the audio in the places, like the atmospheres, all that, in the places that you shoot. So I would practice going and shooting at least a minute or two, just audio in every location. Try to capture everything you can, everything you see, everything you've shot, all the stuff that you've shot B-roll of. That should also be something that you have audio of. Then you will get all the nice audio and cinematic quality of a film that can be on Netflix. I would not shoot RAW because you don't have the money for it. So instead, shoot ProRes HQ, and then that also means that you can have a shitty computer and still be able to edit it, because it doesn't demand that much of your computer when you shoot in ProRes HQ. A PC laptop for like $200, editing DaVinci Resolve, which is free. I've done, feature films in it, so it's definitely good enough. Like, this should be something that you could put on Netflix. That's how good it is. If you're a good DOP, if you're good at audio recording, if you're a good storyteller, variable ND filter. And I wrote down $10 is what I give you as a budget for that. Oh, I almost forgot. You need a lens. But I'm actually shooting with it. So the lens that I picked, and I put money on this one. And this is because this is the lens that I go to. This is one of my favorite lenses. It's the SLR Magic 12mm 1.6. Awesome lens. Like, it's fantastic for the MFTs. I shot the whole series basically that I was talking about. Whole series shot on SLR Magic, 12mm prime, and this. This is another lens though from Panasonic, but I just put that on. But this is what's being shot on right now, is the SLR Magic prime lens. And I would choose a prime lens because that will force you to learn filmmaking much more in all situations. No! That's a cheap ass kit. And you could actually make stuff that is like amazing. But anyway, what do you think?